Hey YouTube, Tyler here with the Kingdoms TCG. Thank you for taking your precious time and clicking on today's video. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right on in. And in today's video, it is going to be gameplay between Alex, the 1 seed, playing with Linford versus Travis, the 4 seed, also playing with Linford from the tournament that was held about a couple months ago in July. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. All right, so here we go. In today's video, in today's match, it is going to be Alex on the left, the 1 seed, versus Travis, who is coming in, I believe, at the 7 seed. Let me check real quick just to make sure I'm correct in saying that. Coming in at the 4 seed. During pool play, Travis was actually able to pull off at least 1 win. He did lose twice, but he did get his opponent all the way to phase 3. And Alex, he was able to do a clean sweep during pool play. Alex is going to reveal the Dark Forest for his phase 1, and Travis is going to be revealing Fountain for his phase 1. It was covered in one of the very first videos going over the analysis of the tournament that Fountain was the most commonly chosen sacred, and it was most commonly chosen typically during phase 1 and phase 3, never really in the middle. Alex is going to open up with a turn 1/2 token and an apprentice, and now he's going to pass turn to Travis.
This is like the first time that's happened every game that's happened, and it's been splitting.
Travis going to open up with a turn 1 Lancer. Excellent card to open up with as a Lancer player. Lancer allows you to dig into the fortress and also just deal some damage. And it's fortunate that Travis is going second because he can actually deal the first blow to Alex. So Alex is actually already going to play a Dark Assassin that he had in his hand and going to kill Travis's Lancer right away and send that Lancer right to the graveyard. I will clarify going into this video that it was later figured out that the wording on Dark Assassin was a little confusing, making it seem that Dark Assassin could simply just get rid of any card that is played, and actually to specify where Dark Assassin can only get rid of a card that is called to the field that has an ability. So in this case, what just happened, Lancer would not have been sent to the graveyard. Nonetheless, Alex is going to play Empower, give Apprentice Empower, and that is going to bring Travis down to 500 health. Travis is going to draw a card, is going to play an Outpost Tower. That's going to allow him to look in the fortress and see what 2 cards out of the 2 cards that he's going to get, what he wants to put in. Looks like he has a 2 token and the secret spell Lost Cause. Looks like he's going to put that 2 token in his hand, kind of seeing that maybe sustaining a phase 1 isn't feasible right now. And so sees it as a more viable option to get that 2 token in his hand. So hopefully going into phase 2 he can set himself up for a better turn. He's going to swing for 3 directly at Alex's Sacred. That's going to bring it down to 1400.
I was at 17 can on the Dark Forest, and I went down to 14, not 4. No, I was totally wrong. Turn 4 is not even mass damage right there.
I will do 400 damage to your Sacred.
Both Travis and Alex running 3 Lancers in their deck. Both of them at least running 2. Alex does have 3 Bar Bouncers. Alex does have quite a few more Linford cards. Travis is, though, running a Psychotic Soldier, which is something that Alex doesn't have, so maybe that's something Travis will be able to use to deal even greater hits to Alex, but we'll see what happens. Alex bringing out an Outpost Tower. That's going to allow him to look into his fortress, get the cards that he wants, only leaving him 2 magical left to spend. He could, of course, use Dark Forest ability to maybe bring out a Linford card for a little bit cheaper.
I'm going to trade our outposts. And then
so Alex will go into his attack phase. He's going to trade Outpost Towers, and that is going to clear Travis's Sacred. That's going to put Travis into Sacred phase 2, which is going to give him Marketplace. Marketplace, that's not too bad, because if he hasn't gotten any cards in his hand right now, then Marketplace is perfect coming in at phase 2. Might help him start get to the cards that he needs. You saw in his hand he just drew a 1 token. He does have a Bar Bouncer in his hand, but unfortunately, because Alex is a Linford player, he knows that if he puts 2 cards down, he plays that risk of them getting bounced.
So with the buff, that's 500 health. Yes, sir. All right, so I'll just.
He's going to play Disciplined Soldier, and he's going to be able to get rid of Alex's Apprentice that has the Empowered spell put with it. So good trade, just getting cards off the board. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite Travis, just not having any battle cards on the field.
Alright, so I will Play 3 and discard a card.
Alex is going to play a 3 token. My apologies for the camera not being able to show that. So now he's going to be setting at a base Magicka at 10, which will give him plenty of Magicka to spend come his next turn. Or even when Travis starts his own turn, if he had a secret spell, he could do some stuff as well.
And I'm actually going to rage and hit
Alex is gonna bring down a frontman. He's just gonna go into the rage right away, and that is going to bring Travis's marketplace down to 800.
Defensive.
And that ends my turn.
So hopefully Travis can do something, get some cards in his hand, start playing some cards. Again, some of these cards, he has stuff to do, but Bar Bouncer has nothing to bounce. He can at least play some tokens. Maybe that's his best option right now, or just to get some type of cards on the field. Does have Connection in his hand, which could give him +2 Magicka this turn. Does have a Silversmith, so he could buff the Captured Slave, which is kind of unfortunate because Captured Slave isn't the best battle card. But nonetheless, might as well do it. Just do whatever damage that he can deal.
It'll be a 200, and I'm going to just swing at the forest.
Travis is going to swing in with 400 total, and that's going to bring Alex down to 1,000 health for his Sacred Phase 1.
Alright.
And that'll be my turn.
And now is the part of the video where I like to take a quick break from the gameplay or from whatever the content of the video is to do something that I like to call Bible talk. I'll only take a minute or two of your time, so if this isn't your thing, don't worry, we'll be jumping right back into the gameplay video. I want to speak on real quick a chunk of verses that you find in the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verses 46 through 50, where basically the general gist of what Jesus is saying in these verses is that everyone that believes in Jesus and does as Jesus wants them to do are brothers and sisters in Christ. So I know growing up in the church, for me, there were times where I would hear older people regard to other people as brothers or sisters, and it would always sound weird to me, and I never understood why that was. But in reading this verse, now I understand, and there are crazy implications of what this means when we understand that as believers in Jesus, the other people that believe in Jesus are our brothers and sisters. We know deep down inside how we are really supposed to be treating our brothers and sisters that we have in our actual families. And so the way that we're supposed to treat our earthly brothers and sisters is the same exact way that we should treat our spiritual brothers and sisters, our brothers and sisters in Christ. So when you go to church this next Sunday or on Wednesday or whenever you get together with other people that you go to church with, don't look at them as simply other people that believe in Jesus that you happen to go to church with. Look at them as brothers and sisters in the same family, and that family is the family in Christ. Thanks for listening. Let's go ahead and jump right back into the gameplay video.
What is that at?
Travis could really use maybe another outpost tower at this moment just to start getting some more cards in his hand, and just having a 300 card out there isn't bad to have. Travis could also use maybe a Hawk or a Lancer to start dealing some faster damage and some heavier damage, using Hawk to maybe give Lancer rage.
Timid Soldier.
Alex going to bring out Timid Soldier and Hawk. Unfortunately, he's going to be giving Timid Soldier rage.
Have him hit your Sacred for 6.
Man.
And then I'm going to hit you for 2 off of Hawk.
Okay, so that'll be it for
And man, that is Travis's Sacred right there. Hawk gave Timid Soldier rage, dealing 600 damage right to the Sacred, and then Hawk was able to swing in for that closing 2. And unfortunately, Travis is going to wind up with a Phase 3 River Blessing, what at this point really has no good purpose other than just having 1,400 health. And so hopefully having 1,400 health is enough to hold him over. So Travis does have some cards in his hand. He just can't do much. He does have a Lancer that might be a good option. Does have a Legend Gargath in there, but until he gets some more Magicka or battle cards on the field, he can't really do anything. He's going to play a 2 token. Starting to build up his Magicka base, and maybe he's just seeing this as a turn that he can just kind of let fizzle out. I think I've said it before that sometimes can become a strategy in the game where you might be running out of moves to do, or you might be falling behind. But if your opponent is still in Phase 1 and you have been slowly chewing away at their Phase 1 battle cards, you might be better off trying to stock up and get a good Phase 2, Phase 3, wherever you are set up. So that way, when your opponent launches into Phase 2, you're already a step ahead of them in a sense. Travis is going to trade his Silversmith with Alex's Hawk, and then Travis is going to swing in with Captured Slave with 200 attack that he received from that Silversmith bonus. Alex being kind enough to remind Travis that that bonus is still applicable to the Captured Slave. Wait, did he clear your marketplace out in one hit?
2 hits, I think.
I'm sorry. Do you know what he had gotten you down to? Travis just needing to get some cards out on the board. He needs to. What really would help is just because Linford decks tend not to run quite a bit of spells. If Travis could manage to maybe put a Lost Cause, 1 or 2 of them down on the secret slots, and then just get a couple cards out in the field that do have Rage, that would serve as some extra protection to kind of stall the hits that that Alex is able to do. This is where it'd be nice if having Skylight Fountain in Phase 3 rather than Phase 1, but again, give or take, you know, it was, I mean, Fountain was chosen 13 out of the, I think it was total 13. It was chosen 26 times total the whole night, and it was chosen 50% of the time for Phase 1, but a lot of the decks that tend to win going into this further stats into the tournament chose it as their Phase 3, so who knows what that has to do with it. Alex is going to play Lothian for his Spirit. Lothian's instant ability is that it deals 400 damage when it's called or when it's placed on your Sacred. So that's going to bring Travis down to 1,000. Cool. Travis is going to bring out Caravan Horse. Caravan Horse is an excellent Linford battle card. It protects your cards that have Rage, but now Travis just needs to get some cards out that have Rage, because right now that card serves no purpose, and Alex, if he wanted to, could easily wipe it out if he wanted to.
Well, 3.
3. He's gonna hit me for 3.
Alex's Sacred is going to go down to 500 because Travis is going to swing in with a 200 attack Captured Slave and a 100 attack Captured or Caravan Horse. Alex is going to take his turn, going to draw a card.
+4, I used the impact last time.
Alex is going to play Summoner's Call. Summoner's Call was used out of all the neutral spells that were put in people's decks. Summoner's Call was used 16% of the time, or made up 16% of the content of the neutral spells put in people's decks. Alex is utilizing the first impact ability that Lothian provides, where its second impact ability is Impact 3. So it costs 3 Magicka to give you +4 Magicka next turn. So that ability is a great ability to use, where if you don't see anything good happening this turn, you can set yourself up for a better next turn. So Alex is going to Summoner's Call into an Outpost Tower, which is a pretty good move because it's card draw, and 300/300 ain't too bad.
What does that mean?
So he's going to draw the 2 cards, see which card he wants to put in his hand. Travis just needs to get some Lancers out. He needs to get some spells out. He just needs a lot right now. The momentum is not in his favor right now, but hopefully we'll see what he can do. He needs something.
Silversmith and give him 100 attack.
Alex is going to keep the Silversmith that comes out of the 2 cards, and he's going to give +100 attack to Outpost Tower.
And just hit you for.
And he's going to just swing in for 600, bringing down Travis to 400. Unless Travis can pull out something, this is pretty much GG at this moment. Let's see what Travis draws. Travis drew a Hawk, so he could give a card Rage, which that could help with something.
Rage for...
Travis is going to play Hawk. He's going to give Captured Slave Rage, which could serve as a little bit of a protection.
Oh, and then, oh my gosh, and then you have Caravan Horse. Yeah,
which this is a good idea, because now when you factor in Caravan Horse's ability, or its effect where it says this, while on the field, Linford battle cards with Rage can attack twice and not die from the Rage ability. And then it says Caravan Horse cannot be attacked if you have other battle cards and legends on the field. So which is cool for Captured Slave. Now that it has Rage, because Caravan Horse is on the field, Captured Slave can attack as much as it wants and not die. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a lot of attack power, so he can't get rid of the Outpost Tower. He can't get rid of the Silversmith. So really at this moment, this is GG, but we'll pass turn most likely, and I don't know, maybe Alex will see what he wants to do. Travis is, before he goes down, he is going to bring Alex down to his Phase 2 Sacred.
Yeah, we're done.
Alex is going to flip into his Phase 2 Sacred, which is Library. Library allows you to draw 10 cards, and then at that point you can't draw any cards till you get down to 4 for your draw phase. Maybe a slightly broken card. You know, there have been some instances where it has been a loss, and plus 2, there's not enough gameplay data to know if it really is a card that needs to be banned quite yet. You can draw 10 cards. So now Alex, really this is just game, good game, GG. Outpost Tower is already at 400 attack. Travis only has 400 health for his River of Blessing. So it's pretty much game. So now Alex is just kind of waiting to see. Does he want to do anything else just in case? Just in case maybe he has any other thing in the card in his hand.
Probably so weird, but your hawk and your captured slave.
Alright, let's lose the
Alex is kind of dealing the final blow. He is going to bounce the captured slave and the hawk.
Yeah, I'm just gaining.
And so that's going to bring Bar Bouncer's attack to 400.
Not your captured slave, but your hawk.
200,
So
it'd
I'm
be
a
400.
I'm a 4/6, correct. Yep.
So now Alex has more than enough attack damage laying on the field with 400 from Bar Bouncer, 400 from Outpost Tower, and then 200 from Silversmith.
You're safer than us.
Which should do it, right?
So Alex will go ahead and swing in for the final blow, and that will be the final game. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you guys got some good ideas how to play with the Linford battles. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I enjoyed watching it very much. It made me glad I was not playing Alex in the tournament because he would have swept me out completely. And I hope you guys were able to learn some strategies and also see that if you are interested in the Linford Kingdom, how you could use cards against another Linford player. With that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, evening, or night whenever you're watching this video, and thanks for watching.